I want to talk about the difference between a brand and a business. So, there are so many brands out there, and I'm going to go through quickly the two definitions of what a brand is and what a business is, and you think for yourself, who would you rather work with? So, a business is what you do, the products or services, and the operations. The business is the the business is what you conduct. The business is what you sell. The business is what service you provide, right? But more than that, more than just the business, brand is how people perceive you. It is your identity. It is trust and emotional connection. So does your brand is your business just a business, or is your business a brand? Right? And this is ever evident now with social media. We've seen a lot of examples of big businesses who are trying to evolve into more of a brand and try to have a brand voice and try to position faces with the company instead of just selling the service, right? I mean, we see it all over the place. We see it with insurance companies. When you think of Progressive, when you think of Geico, or when you think of Progressive, when you think of Geico, when you think of State Farm, who do you think of, right? You think of Flo, you think of the whatever the gecko's name is, and you think of Jake from State Farm, right? They have built a brand around the service they provide. The service they provide is inherently boring. It is insurance. They sell insurance, right? It's something that people need. It's not something that people want. But they have an emotional connection to an extent with Jake from State Farm or Flo from Progressive. So for better or for worse, that can play into the decision making in why they would hire or why they would choose an insurance provider, right? And, I'm just going to brainstorm with you here a few ways to highlight your brand instead of just your business, right? Think of who you are. Think of if you run the business, right? Who are you? What do you stand for? What do you want to put out into the world? These are things that people want to know. People want to know who you are, what you value more than just what you sell. And as I'm saying this, I realize that a lot of my content is me just talking about the digital marketing realm, is just me talking about the service that I sell. And more than that, you have your core beliefs, you have your things that you want to put out into the world. Maybe you're super passionate about helping people. Share this, right? Share this. People want to see it. People want to know who you are, and they're going to be more likely to support you if they know a bit more about you. So that's stuff that I want to bring out more in my business, is that I love to help people. I love to give. I love to work with my church. I'm a Christian. I care about fitness. I care about health. I care about eating good. I care about all these things. And how can I convey this to people so they can see a bit more of the personality behind me, right? And it doesn't have to be you as the owner. It could be people on your team. It could be, just getting a face there to convey what you stand for, right? So it is super important. It is super important to establish a brand and a brand voice and a brand image. And if you are only operating as a business, I think that the risk that you take in the way I see people fail in business a lot of times is people see them as only a business who is only trying to provide a service, and they can't connect with you as well, right? It's cold. It's not a human connection, right? In an age of a lack of connection, people are looking for that connection. So think about, how can we bring this out? How can we share this? Is it something we can put in our bio? Is it a post here or there about lifestyle instead of just the marketing aspect? Like for me, I like to run. I have races coming up. Maybe I could post a bit about my training, like here and there. Or people will post like carousels on Instagram of their daily schedule. People want to when people like what you're posting, they want to know how can I emulate what they're doing as well, especially with solopreneurs like myself, where if they see my business and they're like, "Hey, I want to know how can I do that?" They can see the steps that I've taken to get there, or they see that the work ethic that I have, that only adds credibility to my business. So, I don't know, that's just a couple of thoughts I had. This week I'm going to be hitting my podcast work hard. This is day 11 of 75 days in a row we're going to be filming. So if there's anything you'd love to see me talk about the growth of the business, just let me know. That'd be awesome. But otherwise, I will catch you tomorrow. Peace.